Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you a powerful mental hack, a simple daily shift that separates the average from the achievers, the struggling from the successful, and the dreamers from the doers. It is not magic. It is not luck. It is a choice, a decision made each day to train your mind like a millionaire. I call it definiteness of purpose plus faith plus action. This mental formula, if used daily, will unlock potential in you that you didn't even know existed. Most people drift through life with no clear direction. They hope things will work out. They react instead of create. But the millionaires, the successful ones, they think on purpose. They speak with intention and they act with belief. Here's how you apply this hack. Start your day with a vision. Close your eyes each morning and see the life you want to live. See the income, the freedom, the impact. Picture it as if it's already yours. Let no doubt cloud your imagination. Why? Because whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Repeat your definite goal aloud. Affirm it like it's law. Say it with emotion. Say it with power. Say it until your subconscious accepts it as fact. This is how you reprogram your mind. This is autosuggestion. This is the seed of belief. Act with purpose. Every day, take a step toward your goal. Don't wait for perfect timing. This is for you. Don't wait for approval. Millionaires act when others hesitate. They know that clarity comes through movement. Action kills fear. Action builds confidence. You see, this isn't about wishing. It's about wiring. You must wire your brain for wealth, just like a muscle must be trained to grow. You must discipline your mind to focus, not wander. To expect success, not doubt. To think abundance, not lack. The world won't hand you success, but your mind will lead you to it if you train it correctly. I didn't say it would be easy, but I promise it's simple. Daily, every morning. Build your belief like a wall, brick by brick. Remember, the mind is your greatest asset or your greatest liability. Millionaires master their minds before they master markets. They win inside before they win outside. So I challenge you today, use this hack vision, affirmation action every single day. Think like a millionaire before you become one, and you will become one. Your thoughts are your fortune. Train them well. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This timeless truth spoken is more than just an inspirational quote. It is a blueprint for personal transformation. Within this short sentence lies the essence of human potential, the core of all greatness, and the secret to unlocking any dream. The mind is the starting point of all achievement. They say things like, who am I to do this? Or, I'm not ready. But belief is not something that comes from the outside. It must be built from within. It is a decision, repeated daily, to have faith in yourself, your vision, and your ability to overcome obstacles. Repetition of belief strengthens the foundation. Through daily affirmations, visualization, and persistent action, belief becomes your mental reality. And once it becomes your inner truth, the external world begins to reflect it. So that's when opportunities show up. That's when effort compounds. That's when the impossible starts to feel inevitable. Achievement doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to be persistent. It requires that you keep your mind focused on your vision, even when results aren't visible yet. The greatest success stories in history are filled with people who believed when no one else did. They held on to their vision with such intensity that it eventually became real. So understand this, your mind is the master key. If you can dream it and truly believe it, there is nothing stopping you. Accept the limits you accept, remove those limits, strengthen your belief, and never forget, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. This principle is emphasized by as the cornerstone of success in any area of life. It means knowing exactly what you want and committing yourself fully to achieving it. Without a definite purpose, people drift aimlessly through life, reacting to circumstances instead of creating their own destiny. A person with a clear purpose knows where they are going. They have a mental compass that guides their thoughts, decisions, and actions. They wake up each day with direction. Their energy isn't wasted on distractions or doubts. Instead, it is channeled into a specific goal. This clarity brings power because once you know what you want, the path becomes easier to find and the obstacles become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Think about how a magnifying glass can focus sunlight to start a fire. That's what definiteness of purpose does. It focuses your mental, emotional, and physical resources onto one clear objective. When your purpose is definite, your subconscious mind starts working in harmony with your conscious desires. Your thoughts align, your habits adjust, your environment starts to shift. This is how inner clarity leads to outer results. On the other hand, people who lack a definite purpose often feel lost or unmotivated. They jump from one thing to another, chasing trends or reacting to fear. They don't build momentum because they keep changing directions. As a result, they feel stuck, frustrated, and uncertain. No one can succeed without knowing what they're aiming for. You can't hit a target you can't see. Definiteness of purpose also acts as a filter. It helps you say no to what doesn't serve your mission. Opportunities, people, and tasks that don't align with your purpose are distractions. The more clearly you define your goal, the easier it becomes to protect your time, focus, and energy. You become intentional with every choice, which speeds up your progress. Having a definite purpose doesn't mean you won't face obstacles. It means you'll have the determination to push through them. Purpose gives you the why behind your work, the reason to keep going when things get hard. It fuels persistence. It builds resilience. It turns setbacks into fuel rather than failure. To activate this principle in your own life, take time to define exactly what you want. Be specific. Don't just say, I want to be successful. Ask yourself, what does success look like for me? How much? By when? Doing what? Write it down. Say it daily. Burn it into your mind. This is the beginning of your transformation. Every great achievement in history began with someone who dared to declare a definite purpose. Let that someone now be you. Decide what you want. Commit to it completely. And never stop until it is yours. Because definiteness of purpose isn't just the starting point, it's the driving force of your entire journey to success. Faith without action is dead. These 5 words carry a powerful truth. Believing in yourself, your dreams, or a better future is essential, but belief alone changes nothing unless it's backed by. Without movement, your belief remains a silent hope, slowly fading into regret. You can believe in your goals with all your heart, but if you don't take steps toward them, they remain in the realm of imagination. Many people say they have faith in themselves, in their destiny, or in their ideas, but they wait. They wait for the perfect time, the right mood, or someone else's approval. Waiting becomes a habit. Days become months. Dreams become distant. Real faith isn't passive. It doesn't sit back and hope things will change. Real faith gets up early. It works late. It keeps showing up, especially when results are not immediate. Faith acts even when the path is unclear. It trusts that taking a step forward, no matter how small, will lead to another, and eventually to the goal. Faith without action is like a seed that's never planted. It holds all the potential, but unless it's placed in the ground, watered, and nurtured, it can never grow. And similarly, your dreams, no matter how big or beautiful, need effort. They need energy, discipline, and time. Action is the only way to prove that your belief is real. Otherwise, it's just wishful thinking. Think of anyone who has achieved great things. Did they sit and wait? No. They worked. How? They failed. They tried again. Their faith was alive because they moved. They didn't just say they believed. They showed it with their effort. This is the difference between those who achieve and those who wish. Taking action doesn't mean you won't have doubts. In fact, doubts are normal. But action in the face of doubt is what strengthens faith. Every time you act despite uncertainty, your belief deepens. You begin to trust not just in the goal, but in yourself. You become the kind of person who follows through. You build confidence through your own movement. If you want to transform your life, you must move beyond inspiration and into implementation. Don't just speak about change, be the change. Don't just dream, do. Don't just believe, build. Start small if you must. One step is enough. But start. Do something every day that brings you closer to your goal. Let your actions be the voice of your faith, because in the end, no one cares what you say you believe. The world responds to what you do. Remember this, faith is powerful, but only when it's active. Not about hoping life gets better. It's about working to make it better. So take your dreams, fuel them with belief, and power them with relentless action, because only then will faith come alive, and only then will success follow. Your thoughts are your fortune. Antico, these simple words reveal a profound truth. The quality of your life, your success, your happiness, and your destiny are all shaped by the thoughts you consistently think. Everything you become starts in the mind. Your fortune, whether it's financial, emotional, or spiritual, grows first from the seeds planted in your thinking. Most people believe their circumstances determine their future, but the truth is it's their mindset that shapes everything, everything. Your thoughts create your beliefs guide your decisions, and your decisions shape your life. If you constantly think thoughts of fear, doubt, and limitation, you will act in ways that block success. But if your thoughts are focused on growth, possibility, and purpose, you will naturally move in the direction of success. Everything in life begins as a thought. The clothes you wear, the building you're sitting in, the job you work at, all of it started as an idea in someone's mind. That means your future isn't found out there. It's created in here, in your own mind. The more you take control of your thoughts, the more control you gain over your life. We become what we repeatedly think about. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, failure, and self doubt, you begin to accept that as your reality. But if you discipline yourself to think positively, to focus on abundance, strength, and purpose, your mindset will become a magnet for success. Your energy shifts, your actions align, and your life begins to reflect your internal world. Your thoughts influence how you feel. Your emotions influence how you act, and your actions influence what you get in life. That's why people with a strong, empowered mindset rise even in hard times. They've trained their minds to focus on what's possible instead of what's painful. They think like winners even when the scoreboard says they're losing. To change your fortune, you must change your thoughts. This means becoming aware of what you're saying to yourself every day. Are you encouraging yourself or tearing yourself down? Are you thinking like a victim? Are you thinking like a victim or like a creator? You have the power to choose your thoughts, and that power can change your entire life. Train your mind daily, read empowering books, listen to positive voices, speak words of belief, even when it's hard. Guard your mind like a treasure, because it is. Your thoughts are not random. They are the architects of your future. If you don't shape them, the world will do it for you. And the world is filled with fear, doubt, and distraction. Success isn't an accident. It's a mindset. Your fortune isn't found. It's formed. It's formed. Every thought you think is either building your future or breaking it down. Choose wisely. Think like a leader. Think like a winner. Think like the person you want to become. Because in the end, your thoughts don't just influence your life. They are your life. Your thoughts are your fortune. Protect them, direct them, and let them guide you to greatness.